Raise your hand if you remember juggling with the scarves at school. So I promised y'all that we would continue some juggling at the end of the year, and we're gonna do that. So even though you're at home and you don't have our super cool PE scarves, you're still gonna be able to juggle. We're just gonna have to improvise a little bit. So I'm going to review what we learned, then I'm gonna show you how you're gonna juggle with bags. That's right, some bags, because they float kind of slow, just like our scarves do. So a couple things we did with our scarves is we held them like a ghost. And so they're like a ghost. So remember we did a ghost and we did a wrist flick up with our scarves. Claw. So we flicked up and we clawed down. So I'm going to review this with you. I'm going to show you how to do it on your own with some bags. And then comes the fun part. Then we're going to use some tennis balls or any other type of small ball that you have at your house. So the first thing that we did, and I'm going to tell you to go ahead and grab a bag. It can be any plastic bag because we can do the same thing. We've got our ghost and our claw. Now these actually move a little bit faster than our scarves. If anybody in your house has a scarf of any type that maybe you wear around your neck, you can try those. Mine were a little bit too long, so it's a little hard. So if you have any scarves at home, you're welcome to use those. So just a reminder, because we want to practice crossing our body. We threw to the other side of our body, and then we clawed down with that hand. So it made an X. And then we clawed it down, it made an X, and we clawed down. So we went up, claw, up, claw. So you're throwing it to the opposite side of your body, okay? So across, claw down, across, claw down. Well, then we have to add in another one. So I have gotten 2 different colored bags. Actually, I got 3 different colors because it kind of makes it a little bit easier. So the next step is we did either right, left, left, right, or you can say the colors, brown, white, white, brown. So we did right, left, left, right. So remember, it's right, left, left, right, or do the colors, whichever one is easy for you. Okay, so I'm going to demonstrate for a second again. That one flew at you guys. Okay, so remember the next step? It's 3. All right. So I've had another color of a bag. So now I have 3. So remember, you have 2 in one hand and 1 in the other. So if you can remember this. Sorry, these bags are loud. When we held it in one hand, we were holding it like a ghost anyway. But remember, these fingers were free. So I'm just going to hold it in the back side of my hand. So I've got 1 in the back side and 1 in the front side. And remember, this is the same thing that we did during school, so it should be a reminder so far. I'm going to throw the white one across my body. I'm going to throw this brown one across my body. As I'm catching white, I'm going to start throwing the gray. Okay? These fly a little bit differently than our scarves, but I'll show you again. That's a little bit harder. Just try your best. All right, and I'll show you with our scarves again. I've got 1 in the back side and 1 in the front. Those are a little bit easier. All right, next up we have some tennis balls. So you can try with some beanbags. They're a little bit easier to catch if you have beanbags. I don't have any beanbags at home, so I'm gonna work with some tennis balls for my throwing and catching. The first thing that we need to do is our X on the toss. So I wanna toss my ball to where it's arm's length away and on the left side. Right side if you're looking at me. This is actually my right hand. So I'm going to toss across to where it should come down into my opposite hand. Toss across to where I should be able to reach it with my opposite hand. And keep your eye on the ball. And you want to do this a lot, okay? So I would pause right now and do this a lot of times. So the next step when you have that one is we're going to do 2. So I'm going to toss. When it gets to the peak, I will toss my other ball. Then I will catch my first ball that I tossed and then catch the second one. So really it's going to go right, left, and then I catch left, catch right. So it's the same thing with our scarves that we did first. I honestly like to toss with, this is actually my left hand. I like to toss with my left hand first, or else I'll get erratic because I'm right hand dominant. Okay, so do that a lot and then come back. All right, boys and girls, it is time for 3. So you have tossed 1 across, you've tossed 2, and now it's time for 3. I'm going to be honest. This is what my first time doing this looked like. I was like, I got it. Got 1. So that's what my first time looked like. If that's what your first time, second time, third time, fourth time looks like, that is okay. What I like to do, and I am not the best juggler. Again, I have practiced this. Every time I teach this unit, I have to re-practice. It takes a lot of practice. You're crossing your body. You have 3 balls in your hand. It takes a lot. So figure out which hand you want to start with. Again, this is actually my left hand. This is not my dominant hand, so I like to start with that one. The first ball I'm going to throw is the one that's in the front of my hand, just like we did with our scarves. I'm going to throw across my body. It comes to a peak. I then throw my other ball. Now I've got to catch that first one, but I've got to throw the third one before I catch ball number 2. Here we go. Got it. All right, so a common mistake that kids want to do is when they toss this first one in the air and they toss the second one, they want to just pass it to their hand. You still got to use your crosses. All right, so I hope that you've learned something today. Again, don't progress until you have the crossing action. So if you need to stay with the scarves, if you need to stay with the bags, if you need to stay with 1 or 2 of the balls before you progress with 3, do that and practice. This is something that anybody can get if you just keep practicing. And it's super cool when you get to show off your skills. So you might be at the park with a friend and say, oh, look what I can do. Or at the pool, just anywhere you are, and it's a lifetime skill. It's something that once you get it, you kind of remember. It might take some practice, just like it takes me, but you're gonna have some fun. All right, I hope you had a good time today. So just to tell you something funny, this is my dog. Hey everybody! She saw the balls when I was dropping them because, like I said, it takes a lot of practice. And I would drop the ball, she would go get it. She thought it was a game, and then I'd have to take the ball from her. So she had some fun juggling, and we hope that you did too. See you next time.